1987. Yeah. A 1350 Broadway show group performing Lizzie.
I exchanged calls with Miss Lizzie Borden regularly. She always received me upstairs.
The name's Bridget Sullivan. I was sometimes called Maggie by Miss Emma and Miss Lizzie, it being the name of the previous girl. I came to Fall River 4 years ago. Have worked for the Bordens ever since.
My full name is Emma L. Borden. The L is for Lenora. I'm the sister of Miss Lizzie Borden. I was just a trifle over 14 when my father remarried, for the second time, and I remember my mother very well.
My name is Lizzie Andrew Borden, not Elizabeth. Lizzie. Andrew, after my father. I was so christened. I'm innocent. I leave it to my counsel to speak for me. In the house of Borden, there's a lock on every door. In every room, a prisoner of a long silent war. Let's take you to an August back in 1892, when all hell broke loose in the house of Borden. Andrew Jackson Borden knows that pennies must be pinched, so Mondays but supper, or Tuesdays by lunch, and then to stretch it further, Thursday breakfast is button suits, and we're in the house of Borden. Daddy was an undertaker, nobody was too tall. We charged him for the big box and bury him in the small. To save a couple of dollars, he chopped off a couple feet. He's wicked rich, that Mr. Borden. In the house of Borden, there's a lock on every door. In every room, a prisoner of a long silent war. Let's take you to an August back in 1892, when all hell broke loose in the house of Borden.
Sisters live in the front of the house, but both folks take the rear. It seems a bit peculiar, but they've kept it up for years. I won't say they're not cordial. Proud is for the word. They get no peace in the house of Borden. She's not the brightest girl, and Emma's not so sweet. Mind you, these are not my words, but I know things on the street.
Hey, the rape sliced it. These girls are past their prime. There's no wedding bells in a house of Borden. In the house of Borden, there's a lock on every door. In every room, a prisoner of a long silent war. Let's take you to an August back in 1892, when all hell broke loose in the house of Borden.
Father married Mrs. Borden after our mother died. She's in it for money. She's in it for a big surprise. We've no personal objection, but she can't.